Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Pepper Tree Villa's Daily Dose of Disney. I'm Arnie, and I'm here to give you the history of the Disney Company from my perspective of all the research that I've done. Hello, Mike. Welcome to the stream. I think I saw Doug there too, of course. My support at home. Oh my goodness, what a day! I am busy at work. It's just been crazy on my desk, so that's fine. I'm here in the car again. Looks like it's going to be this way for a little while at times, simply because my office is being used by the people that actually sit in those rooms. Hello, Samantha. Thank you for joining. Good to have you here. Had a short conversation today on Instagram with another channel of twins, actually, wall twins to be exact. It looks like we're going to be doing a collaboration. Ben and I will be doing it with them. So it'll be two twins, two twin channels working together. Hello, Lena. Hello, Rachel. So yeah, it's just a brief time here that I always enjoy spending with our village. So I hope you all had fun last night. We had a great time last night with our stream. Pearl Manhattan, how are you doing? Hello, Mar. D&G, driving home. Wonderful, Derek. Great to hear that. So yeah, we had a great time last night in our stream. If you didn't catch that yet, PTV Live did a 21 questions. Hello, Mr. Fulton Emraz. Great to see you today. I have a list of a few items here for March 10th, 2020. Actually, these go back in history between 1938 and 2009. So why don't we get started? Paula Rainwaters, thank you for joining the stream. Great to see you. And Judy, welcome. So let's go back to 1938. Disney was twice rewarded on this day at the Academy Awards. They won. Hey, Captain Akron, thank you for joining. Good to see you. I have the Old Mill here listed as the short subject cartoon. That won an Oscar, short subjects. Hello, Lorena. Thank you so much. Oh, goodness. Who's in the... Oh, someone's in the Magic Kingdom with her niece. Was that Meg? Because she was there last night. I don't know if she's got her niece with her or not. But anyway, the Old Mill, a cartoon from the Disney Company. It was the first cartoon that really utilized the multi-plane camera. And you got a singing part for play. Oh, congratulations. That's great. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. That's a fun movie. And I've never seen the stage show, but it is a cute show. So 1938, the Old Mill won an Oscar for Best Short. And the Disney Company was also awarded a special technical award for developing the multi-plane camera. Of course, that's the camera that utilized different levels of glass. And if you ever go to the Walt Disney Family Museum, you actually see a multi-plane camera on display. It is actually 2 floors tall, and they show it a cutout in the ground, in the second floor down to the first floor. It's an amazing device. The multi-plane camera. It changed cameras from pointing forward to pointing down for the animation. And they were able to reuse the same background and foreground on different elements. It saved lots of time, lots of labor costs, but at the same time, it also gave depth and dimension to animation. That is all handled now through just computer animation very easily, but back then, it was quite an innovation. We're talking, this award was given in 1938. Jumbo Nick, great to see you. Mr. Magical News Live, how are you doing? So that was in 1938. 2 Oscars were given. 1953, this is interesting. I had not heard of this place. A place called Africa USA. It was a wildlife tourist attraction close to Boca Raton, Florida, that opened on this day in 1953. It was very unique at its time. No one had done this before, I guess. Walt would frequently visit. So he went so many times, he actually considered buying the 300-acre site near Boca Raton. So if he had bought it, there could have potentially been a Disney park in Florida way before Walt Disney World. Courtney Rainwaters, thank you for joining. It's good to have you here. Thank you so much. And Donna, hello. So yeah, that would have been it, but sadly, it didn't really last too long. It closed, yeah, a precursor to the Animal Kingdom, yeah. It closed in September of 1961. Now, fortunately, Animal Kingdom is quite successful, so it's pretty good. Candy Ma, you just met Prince Charming Dev? Oh, Dev is so cool. He's so nice. That's great, Cynthia. Okay, let's move forward to 1955. Now, Walt was very interested in the future, traveling in space. Ub Iwerks invented the first multiplayer camera. Yes, that's right. He did. He did. Welcome to the stream, Richard. Good to have you here. So Walt was very interested in space travel, the future, so much so that Tomorrowland was created. In fact, they even did a showing on the Disneyland TV show for Tomorrowland called Man in Space. And get this, President Eisenhower watched the show. He was so infatuated with it and enjoyed it so much that he called Walt Disney the day after it aired because he asked, he wanted a copy of it for the generals at the Pentagon so that they could see it. That's pretty cool. Getting a call from the president because he was impressed with the TV show. That's darn cool. So that was 1955. 1978. On this day, a live-action movie was released by Walt Disney Productions called Return from Witch Mountain. It's a sequel to the movie Escape to Witch Mountain. This particular movie starred Betty Davis, Christopher Lee, and I remember Kim Richards. She was the little girl that was in Escape to Witch Mountain. She was a witch and needed to get to Witch Mountain. So she and her brother. Now, I checked on this. Both films are available on Disney+. So Escape to Witch Mountain, Return to Witch Mountain, as well as the more recent sequel, Race to Witch Mountain, which stars Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Of course, he's going to be starring in The Jungle Cruise later this summer when it premieres on July 24th. That particular trailer just dropped, and there's a lot of buzz about that trailer. In fact, there's even talk about it being the beginning of a cinematic universe of some type. So pay attention to that one. It might be starting another cinematic universe. I have not yet seen the trailer, but the pictures that I've seen looks really cool. So yeah, I haven't seen Escape to Witch Mountain in years, probably since I was a kid in the 70s. That's when I saw it. So the sequel, Return to Witch Mountain, premiered on this day in 1978. 1985. This is sort of a sad day in Disney history for those that love the Carousel of Progress, because it was no longer known as General Electric's Carousel of Progress. GE ended its sponsorship of the attraction on this day, 10 years after it started at Walt Disney World. And with that, GE ended its association with the attraction that had gone back to the 1964 World's Fair in New York. So one thing about that, though, one good thing that I would say came out of it, Timothy Rainwaters, thank you for joining. It is good to have you here. One good thing that came out of GE ending its sponsorship was that Disney was able to put back the song that originated with the attraction. There's a great big beautiful tomorrow. It's where we get our tagline. But that song was replaced with another song called Now Is the Time, when GE opened the attraction in 1975. They wanted something that said now, not talking about tomorrow. They want to say now. Now we're talking about technology. So personally, I think There's a Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow is a much better song, and I'm glad that it was restored. Okay, let's move forward to 2008. Here's something interesting. Soft openings for parades started at Disney California Adventure. Paula, I love the song too. The Pixar Play Parade. I posted a picture on Instagram and Twitter. It's also the thumbnail for this video. Pixar Play Parade kicked off in the soft opening today in 2008. So 12 years ago that parade started. It felt like it ran forever. It did. It ran a very long time. But it debuted finally, officially on March 14th, which is, just 4 days from now, but they did soft openings for the first 4 days. Absolutely, Phantasmic Chronicles. The Sherman Brothers were geniuses with music. They could write a catchy tune so easily. It was great. Welcome to the stream, Tony. So that parade started on this day in 2008. The music from the parade was actually from a parade at Hong Kong Disneyland called Mickey's Waterworks. I didn't find this out until I was doing the research. And then, of course, this parade ran for 3 years until January of 2011. And then it ran again in California a couple times. The most recent time it ran during Pixar Fest at Disneyland, when it ran from April to November of 2018. Pixar Fest was a nice little way of starting the Pixar Pier advertising. T. Marie, welcome to the stream. It's good to have you here. That was really pretty cool, though, the Pixar Fest. Now, interesting thing, Pixar Play Parade, they did run a version of it at Disney's Hollywood Studios. It ran in 2011, starting in January 2011 till April 2013, but it was not called Pixar Play Parade. There, it was called the Pixar Pals Countdown to Fun. So very similar parade. And then finally on this day in 2009, Disney officially launched D23. So this is the anniversary of D23. They've been around for 11 years now. And Doug and I finally are members of D23. We joined last year, got that wonderful pin set that came with it for joining. We're really and actually we're looking at that new magazine that just came out. I guess we got it last week and I haven't had a chance to look at it. So as soon as I can get home and have a free moment at home, there isn't such a thing anymore, it seems. Anyway, they've got a magazine, and they started with a magazine that paid homage to the fan. So, speaking of going on and on and on, I watched the excruciatingly horrid fiddling scene from Darby O'Gill and the Little People today. 4 minutes, I can't get back. Richard! Yeah, it's a very odd scene, but we'll be discussing that on our stream on Monday night when we have our Disney Plus Movie Club on PTV Live next Monday night at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. If you haven't yet watched Darby O'Gill and the Little People, please do so. Make sure that you do that so you can participate in the conversation. And then there will be a trivia contest, and then we'll be giving away like a little card along with some stickers and things like that. So you want to make sure that you answer those questions so you can get a little prize from PTV. Thank you, moderators, for your help here in the stream. I really appreciate it. And then coming up tonight, also support channels. I always like to talk about our support channels here in the stream because they help us out so much. One of those support channels is More Sunshine, Please. And Jim will be doing his show tonight at 7:30 p.m. Remember, all times that I ever mention, Eastern. Always Eastern Daylight Time. Now that we're in Daylight Saving Time, it's now Eastern Daylight Time. So, 7:30, More Sunshine, Please, followed by 8 o'clock, Mouse Talk. They're going to have guests on tonight. Disney Life for Me is going to be on with them. We haven't seen them very much lately. Also, 9:30 tonight, we've got 2 shows going on. One, we have Dean of the Live Place. He's going to be going live tonight. And we also have Danny and Tony, 2 Real Geeks and Phantasmic Chronicles. It's their weekly show, The World of Randomness. And that show is interesting. If you haven't checked it out, what happens is you take a look at anything you want to talk about, mention it in the stream as you're chatting, and it actually directs the conversation of the stream. They will talk about anything that's going on in the chat. So make sure if you've got an interesting topic that you want to hear from them, talk about, go for it. Hey, Noah, thank you for being here. Noah, I wanted to let you know, I'd mentioned earlier today, Escape to Witch Mountain and Return from Witch Mountain. Both are available on Disney Plus, but the other one that's available, Darby O'Gill and the Little People. Do not forget, tonight, next Monday night, PTV Live will be doing the Disney Plus Movie Club, where everyone gets to participate. So watch Darby O'Gill and the Little People, and you can participate with the chat, and also answer some questions of trivia, and you may win a little prize from PTV. What could be better than that? PTV Live on Monday night, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. So that's about it for the Daily Dose today. I got to get back and continue on with my work on my desk. Like I said, I'm pretty busy today. Everyone, thank you so much for joining me for this edition of the Daily Dose of Disney today. I'll be back with another edition tomorrow, same time, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. And then Ben will be dropping a video on Thursday morning. It sounds like it's going to be the end of a trilogy for that one. If you haven't yet checked out Life with Ben, we've got a playlist at Pepper Tree Villa. Go check it out. And you can also see where Ben has gone to nations. He handled lunch. We bought pie. This time, we're going for breakfast. And Doug and I help him with that one. So go check it out on Thursday morning here on Pepper Tree Villa. Ben's going to be dropping another show of Life with Ben. Oh, thank you so much, Richard. That's right. I just also reposted a link on Twitter for how to make Irish soda bread. We posted that video 2 years ago for St. Patrick's Day. It is actually a very good recipe, and at Doug's request, no raisins in this particular recipe. In fact, there are only 4 ingredients in the recipe. It's flour, it's buttermilk, and salt, and baking soda. That's it. Very simple to make. Go check it out. That recipe is posted now on Twitter. You'll find that on Pepper Tree Villa. Just search Pepper Tree Villa, how to make Irish soda bread, and you'll find that video. In the meantime, everyone, I better get back to my desk. Thank you all for being here, and I'll see you tomorrow for another edition of the Daily Dose of Disney. Everyone, have a magical evening, and have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. Bye, everyone.